everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Model actress, new mom Molly Sims is my co-host. Molly, what, you won the dance contest this morning.
I think I had a little bit of competition, but from the 90s, I pulled out a little.
You pulled out the dance moves right there.
Oh, that's right.
You got it right there. Yeah. Wow. Was that a little robot you were doing?
In my head, I looked so much better.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with dancing. In one's head, you know, that's why I don't dance on TV, because, like, in my head, I'm a great dancer. In reality, probably not so much.
Well, I don't know. I think you could give it a little bit.
I don't know. It's particularly bad when you're showing it without any music, you know? I feel really bad.
Ooh, there we go. We kind of look weird.
Yeah. Yesterday, it's really, yesterday on the show we did what was it, the Harlem Shake. The Harlem Shake. Are you aware of this?
I did not know the Harlem
It's a viral video thing where basically one person starts to dance in a room, and then it cuts, and everybody in the room is dancing, and it's sort of a viral thing. So we did it in the office yesterday, but they didn't tell me what was going on, so I was the only one in the room who didn't know what was going on. And during our morning meeting, and one of the producers just got up and started dancing. They were playing music. And it made me so deeply uncomfortable. I was like, please stop. I don't know what's happening. And then they all started dancing.
Why are you people dancing?
Yeah, I was like, eh. It was really, I ended up in a fetal position. It made me deeply, deeply uncomfortable.
It is kind of weird.
It is weird, yes.
It is weird.
It was very strange.
Especially when you're not in on the whole thing.
When you're not, yes, exactly. It's like mommy and daddy being drunk. I was like, Ma, I don't understand what's happening.
Mommy and daddy have been drunk in the last 7 months since I had a baby.
That's right, yeah, you're a new mom.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so exciting.
His name is Brooks. He's 7.5 months old, and he's such an amazing baby.
Are you getting any sleep?
You know, it's funny. Last night, my husband, I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
wow.
That's sweet, Angel.
Was he born with a sombrero?
Yes. He's half Mexican.
That must have been a difficult pregnancy.
It was very difficult. My nanny's hands. She was involved in the conception of everything.
So beautiful.
Oh
wow.
Well, the story, see his
I hope that's cake or something.
That is black beans and guacamole.
Is that what it is, really? That's funny.
But I have a little story about the tooth. See the first two little teeth
Yeah,
right
he's got like a snaggle tooth right there.
He was actually born with a tooth.
Really?
I kid you not. I was trying to, early on in the hospital, I'm sure every mother can attest to, they really want you to breastfeed. So I'm like trying everything. And I'm like, gosh, this really, really hurts. They're like, we know. We know how bad. I mean, I did everything. I'm like, and so like, you know, I was kind of like feeling around in there and I'm like, is there any way like a baby could be born with a tooth? And I'm like, oh, sweetie, I knew you're a model, but sweetie, it's okay. Babies aren't born with teeth, you know. Come to find out, my baby was born with a tooth. And so
crazy.
He was literally like a vampire on me for 3 months. It was unbelievable. I mean, I did nipple shields, nipple guards, like supplemental nursing system where tubes are down. I mean, it was horrible. Cut to, I'm not breastfeeding, and I'm proud of it.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Oh, and that was last week. He just learned to crawl.
He's got like a full head of hair, too.
He does. He has the hairline of my husband. It's like an Eddie Munster kind of hairline. It's not so attractive, but it ends up growing into it.
He's so adorable. I love, though, that they were all like sort of patronizing you and be like, oh, sweetie, no.
Sweetie, it's okay. Babies can't have teeth when they're born.
Wow.
Yes, they can.
Did you want to just rip the tooth out? Probably would have been inappropriate.
No, do you want to know something? I was so distraught and I was like sweating from like hormones and just everything that I actually had. Okay, this is so Hollywood right now. I convinced an oral surgeon to come over and look at the tooth because I'm really wanting to breastfeed. So the lactation consultant, Linda Hanna, was like, why don't we just get someone over and see? And they were like, we can't pull the tooth. Like, he won't have a tooth for like 6 years. So it was like the whole thing. But I'm like, I cannot pull his tooth. I'm like, what are we doing? So we opted to stop breastfeeding.
You could have just tied a little rope around it and slammed the door like they did when I was a kid.
I did that too, with the bloody washcloth.
Yes, there was nothing better. Remember that when you were a kid? It was so exciting, and you'd be like jiggling that tooth and waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah.
But seriously, there's so much pressure as a mother. Like, you find, like, when I look back at those first 3 months, I'm like, the things and the the extremities that I went to do certain things because I thought I should. Like the best note I can give all mothers, follow your instinct.
Right.
Don't call an oral surgeon when your kid has a tooth. Note to self.
Note to self.
But it was a pretty difficult time, I will say.
Yeah, well, he's adorable and he's really cute. I'm glad everything's going well. Yeah.
Last night. Whoa.
It was crazy last night. Yeah, I actually I was on the air until 1 a.m. and then I was down in D.C. to cover the State of the Union. Ended up being on air covering the manhunt on Dorner, and ended up driving all night to get back to New York. So I'm a little bleary.
You just got in 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
so.
about 2 hours ago. But sorry.
No bags.
Yeah, but no, it's obviously, I mean, it's, you know, the tragedy of yesterday is a deputy sheriff was killed in this, and now that's the fourth person who is suspected dead from the suspect, Chris Dorner. So obviously our thoughts and our prayers are with that deputy's family. Deputy hasn't been named, nor has the other deputy who was shot. Apparently went through surgery and is going to be okay. And all reports are, I mean, all indications are Christopher Dorner was the suspect inside that house and is believed to be dead. The San Bernardino police, the sheriff's department, have confirmed there was a body inside there. DNA testing will have to prove that it was Dorner, but all reports are that it was him. It was just such a, I mean, I guess it's sort of the way people thought this might end. You know, it didn't seem like it was
crazy. I mean, I live mainly in LA, and for the last almost 5 days, it's come on. But last night, it was literally like watching. I mean, you were watching it live happen, which was kind of eerie in a weird sort of way. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's one of the strange things when I mean, technology now allows us to follow these things live, where in previous generations you wouldn't be able to do that. There's helicopters and you have people on the scene in all these places and live remotes, and the satellite allows us to pick up stuff all over. So it's a very strange thing when you're watching something play out in real time, and I mean, the whole country sort of tunes into this and stays with it. It's a very eerie thing, and after a while, the police asked helicopters to pull back, which obviously
to delay the time.
Right. Well, they pulled back, and so we were seeing taped images for a while. Then we were seeing live images, but it was it was just a horrific event, and certainly let's hope.
Weren't they worried that he was watching it live? What they didn't realize that he was across the street,
right.
And he was seeing everything play out.
Right.
In terms of the media.
And we were all very concerned about that, and as reporters, you want to take that into consideration. Is he watching? And you don't want to be showing anything. I don't know if you remember during the hostage crisis during the Munich Olympics, there's a famous case where the hostage takers were actually watching live news reports where they saw a team of special forces guys trying to move into position. So we're very careful about what we're actually end up showing, where the cameras are. But then we found out from the owner of the cabin, can you imagine this, owning a cabin? The owner of this cabin, a lady, I think her last name is Martin, I talked to her son last night, was watching TV, saw the police surround this cabin, was like, that's my cabin. And she called law enforcement, and she gave them vital information, which was that there was no internet, there was no phone service, no TV service in the cabin. So he wasn't watching television. Maybe he had a radio. It's not clear whether he did or not, but there wasn't one in the cabin. There were no weapons that were already in the cabin. And also, most importantly, there was nobody living in that cabin. It was empty. So that was the first indication he had no hostages.
Also, when they found his truck or his car in Black Bear, in what was it, Big Bear?
Yeah.
Most of the homes, 15% of the homes are only lived in full time. So that also made it interesting that he would pick there because he knew that he maybe could hide. But what was crazy is that he didn't, like the cleaning ladies, he did nothing to them. He did things to certain people, but not to others.
Yeah, the LA Times reported that he basically had broken into another cabin, and that's where he was kind of lying low. We don't know for how long. And some cleaning ladies came in, and he held them hostage, tied them up, and eventually left that cabin and moved on and eventually ended up in this cabin. But there was video, just I want to show you footage released this morning, of a reporter named Carter Evans who was caught in crossfire last night. Let's take a look.
Guys down!
first video we've seen when it looks like that was around the cabin area where the final final confrontation took place. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have more of the first 15 when we come back. My co-host today. So this is so pathetic. I just learned how to download an app.
I am not far behind you.
I know. I'm terrible.
How could you not download
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a password. And then on the corner, it makes you look
it confuses
cool.
me. I don't know how much I have to pay for it. I don't know how I pay for it. I don't know if I have an account. It makes me very nervous.
Okay, I'm going to come over, but I'm going to show you one new app that I learned. It's called Run Pee. Okay? I know it's weird. I know it's weird, but if you go to a movie,
right?
And you know, like, you don't know when you need to go to the bathroom, you need to pee, or you need to go do something. This app tells you how to and when to go to the bathroom. So if you're late to the movie, it gives you like a synopsis. So I'm gonna plug my husband's movie, Identity Thief. So it will tell you, so if you go to Identity Thief, it'll tell you what times to go and pee. So, like
what times during the movie?
What times during the movie?
Like there's a lull in the movie?
Both pee times work well. The first pee time has a funny scene, but it's in the trailer, so you've probably already seen it.
That's very funny. I like that.
But we're gonna get you iTunes first.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I don't know how to download music from iTunes. I know. I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic. I say this to myself every day when I look in the mirror.
Probably your password would be Cooper.
Probably. That's probably what it is.
Cooper 1.
Listen, I want to get to the Westminster Dog Show because I'm very excited. I love the Westminster Dog Show. The winner of the Westminster Dog Show is a dog named Banana Joe. His handler, Ernesto, is the co-host of the Westminster Dog Show here, David Fry. Please welcome them now. Let's meet the winner. Let's come on out.
Oh, my God! Congratulations! Congratulations!
So, what kind of a dog is Banana Joe?
Joe is an Affenpinscher.
An Affenpinscher.
Affenpinscher.
And sometimes they're called monkey dogs. Is that right?
Look at that face.
Look at that
looks
face.
sort of like...
And he smiled when he won.
He looks like an Ewok, is what he looks. Yeah.
He looks like
it's a beautiful dog. Did you know he was going to? I mean, did you have a sense he was going to win?
Well, you know, after the first round when he did perform so well, I thought, well, he has a shot.
He's won 85 best in shows in this country, so he's a top winning Affenpinscher in Europe.
But
too.
We have to give Banana Joe a hand. So, who do you think his biggest competition was, like from the beginning? Who were you like looking out for?
Well, at Westminster, when you get down to the end, you got 7 great dogs in there, so any one of them. But it's all about what he does himself that's important.
I love how mellow he is. He's just kind of hanging out and taking it all in.
And he's 5 years old.
And also, when he won, it looked almost like he was smiling. I mean, did you think he knew he won?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He's very smart.
Yeah?
Yes. I
also understand he speaks different languages.
Oh, yes. He was born in the Netherlands. Of course, he speaks Dutch. He understands English perfect. German, and I talk to him in Spanish all the time, so he's very fluent on that.
Wow.
Do you want to come to my house? I have 3 dogs.
Sure.
They barely mind, much less speak another language.
I know. My dog barely speaks English. I just love how mellow and he's just kind of hanging out, taking it all in.
Will you show us something that he can do?
Well, that's what he's.
This is what he can do. He's perfect.
He won yesterday. He's not doing anything.
Yes,
he's not doing toy dog.
It's not a trick.
So now he's going to retire. Is that right?
That's correct.
So now what happens in retirement? He just hangs out?
We'll see probably a few ladies come visit him.
Really? Okay.
Sign autographs.
Sign autographs.
He's the world's newest single-name celebrity.
Is that right?
That's right.
So where did Banana Joe come from?
He comes from the Netherlands.
No, the name.
The name.
Oh. Well, I guess he has something to do with the monkey theme in the breed.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's the way he was named in...
Has he been drinking? Because I got to say, he looks...
Did he take Xanax this morning?
He looks totally zonked out.
He had a very long day yesterday.
He had a long day yesterday. He was like, I won yesterday. I'm not doing anything. I'm just hanging out. I love him. He's so beautiful.
Oh, my God. So beautiful.
Such a beautiful little dog. So, and this kind of a breed, where are they from originally?
Originally from Germany. They were a little bit bigger dog growing up in the farmyard as ratters, and we bred them down in size, and now they're really more of a mouser in the house.
He doesn't look like he's ever caught a mouse in his life.
He will chase him.
Will he really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you sad he's retiring?
Oh, yes. Because we're going to really miss him. I mean, really. He's...
We got a little gift for Banana Joe. It's an Anderson Live sweatshirt with retired on the back. So enjoy. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.